There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.
CBeebies Bedtime Story.
Hello, I'm Idris, and this is my hedgehog friend. He doesn't have a name, so we'll call him Idris. I love hedgehogs because they're small and they're cute, but they also have really cool sharp spikes to protect themselves. The only problem with spikes is sometimes they can stop you from joining in the fun. And the bedtime story I'm about to read to you is about a hedgehog who wants to play, but his spikes get in the way. It's called Hedgehog's Balloon, and it's by Nick Butterworth. Percy, the park keeper, looked up from his work and gazed in wonder. 2 red ones, a blue one, there's a yellow one, and another blue one. Percy was counting balloons. I wonder where they're coming from, he said to himself. Somebody must have had a party. He put down his trowel and wiped his hand. Well, if nobody wants them, he said, I think I'll help myself. Percy chased after the balloons, and as they floated past him on the breeze, it didn't take him long to collect as many as he could carry. He began to walk back towards his hut, whistling happily. Suddenly, Percy stopped. He could hear a faint sound coming from a tree stump nearby. It's not a happy sound. Someone's crying, said Percy. Oh dear. He let go of his balloons and hurried over to the stump. Sitting on the tree stump and looking very upset was a hedgehog. 2 mice were doing their best to comfort him. Goodness me, said Percy. Whatever is the matter? It's all these balloons, said the hedgehog. Then, in between sniffs and sobs, he explained to Percy how he'd always loved balloons. The trouble was he could never have them because they would always burst on his spines. It's just not fair. And the hedgehog burst into tears again. You poor thing, said Percy. He tried to put his arm around the hedgehog, but took it away at once. Ouch, he said. Then Percy took one of his thick gardening gloves out of his pocket and put it on. The hedgehog nestled into his hand. I think everyone should be able to play with balloons, said Percy, and that includes hedgehogs. So he put the other glove on and gently carried the hedgehog towards the old store shed. The 2 mice followed. The mice watched Percy through the window. He set the hedgehog down on the workbench, and then he took a tin from a shelf and he opened the lid. What's Percy doing? Said one mouse. What's in the box? I don't know, said the other mouse. I can't see properly. The mice didn't have to wait long to find out. Percy picked up the hedgehog and brought him outside. There, said Percy. A good idea, even if I say so myself. I think those balloons will be safe now. The mice clapped and the hedgehog beamed. He thought how smart he must look wearing his corks. Percy caught hold of a bright yellow balloon. Here you are, said Percy, and he handed it to the hedgehog. Your very first balloon. The hedgehog took the balloon with a great big smile on his face and scampered off with the balloon floating beside him. Another satisfied customer, said Percy, feeling pleased with himself. Percy turned back to go to his hut, but suddenly there was a loud bang. Oops, said Percy. One of the corks must have come off. It's a good job we've got plenty of balloons. Don't worry, Percy called to the hedgehog. I'm coming. Good job, Percy. What a clever way to make sure a hedgehog could play with the balloons. It's always much more fun when everyone can join in playtime. And maybe the next time you see someone that can't join in your fun, you can think of a way to help them play just like Percy did. Now, it's time for sleep. Hedgehogs love to curl up into a little ball when they go to sleep. So why don't you curl up tight into your bed just like a hedgehog too? Good night.
There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.